Hi, I'm Joseph Bates. This is my wife, Mary Craner. Who am I? I'll show you. Back over here, we have Grandma and Grandpa Manring, Great Grandma and Grandpa Bates, Great Grandma and Grandpa Bates, Great Grandma and Grandpa Bates, Great Grandma and Grandpa Bates. That's me, Joseph Bates. We live in England. My first wife died, Mary. She died. And so I married again to Maria Redding. And we had some kids. This is Harriet and little Emily. She died when she was a baby. And then Mary, Emma, and little Joseph. He died when he was a baby too. And then we had Thomas. There's Tom Bates. Well, we lived in England, kind of near London, sort of. And my oldest daughter, Harriet, worked in Buckingham Palace. Oh my goodness, that's where the Queen lives. There's Buckingham Palace in London, England. We had, that's where our Queen lives. Queen Victoria, Her Royal Majesty. She was Queen of England. If you ever hear about the Victorian age, that's her. And Harriet worked in Buckingham Palace. She was a chambermaid. Took care of the bedrooms. That's what your bedroom is called, a chamber. So, chambermaid, she took care of the bedroom. She helped out. And she got paid. Well, about this time, we met some missionaries from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints with the Book of Mormon. And we joined their church. We liked what we heard and we decided to join the church. And we decided to go to America on a big ship. Everybody on the ship, get on the ship. We're going to go to America. The ship's name is the Arkwright. Harriet was actually the first one to join the church, and she kind of helped out the rest of us. Everybody on the ship, everybody on board. Oh boy, we're going to America. Where is America? Well, you can't see it yet. It's across the ocean. America. And so we went to America. And when we got there, we took oxen and a wagon and went across the United States. Here are some pioneers camping in their tents, and there's their wagons, and when you cross the stream, you have to hold on to the back of the wagon, hold on, and just get pulled across in the water. And then you can just cross the stream with the wagon. And I remember my sisters had to hold the back of the wagon and then walk all day in their wet dresses. I'm glad I'm a boy. Pants are still wet, but not as bad as petticoats. Goodness. So that's how we got across the streams. It worked. When we got to Salt Lake City, they were building the tabernacle. That's what it looks like now. Have you seen that before? That's the tabernacle. They were just building it. We got to Salt Lake City. And we settled in Twilla, Utah. That's not Salt Lake. We moved to another town named Twilla. And this was my house. Little log cabin in Twilla, Utah. That's where we lived. Soon after we got there, my wife, Maria, she was kind of sick. And she was kind of sick all the way across the plains. And she died. And so I married one more time. And I married Elizabeth Summers. And so that's where we lived in Utah and Twilla. And Tom, he got older, this is us. This is my daughter Harriet, me, and there's Tom. He's 13 now. He's about 4 years old when we came across the plains. So this is a picture of us in Utah. This is my oldest, my youngest. When Tom was 13, he went to work. I got a job taking care of a guy's farm. His name was Bill Tolman, and he left home to go work somewhere else. And so I took care of his whole farm. He had like 25 acres of wheat and 10 acres of corn and potatoes, and I irrigated and I weeded them and like cultivated them, and I milked 6 cows. Milk. Morning and night. That was the start of a long life of work. Work is a good thing to have. As I got older, I worked as a teamster. Here I am older. I'm getting a little older now. I carried wood, and I carried to the smelter, and I carried something called bullion, and I carried it to the railroad, and we just did all kinds of shipping with oxen and horses and wagons. And I worked inside a coal mine, inside the earth. You're underneath the ground, and you're digging up coal, and I carried charcoal, and boy, I tell you, you work like a dog. Bark. That's just a way of saying you work really hard. If you ever notice, some pioneers don't live a long time. They don't live to get very old. It's because you're working so hard sometimes. But I can't quit working. I heard about a place called Idaho. I want to go see what Idaho is like. I hope it's a good place. We're going to go see what it's like.